I was born strong as a bull. Couldn't hide my strength since day one. So I'm careful every time I go out. Cracked the floor tiles. What are his knees made of? Ever since I was a baby, I stood out from the crowd. When I was 3, I climbed a tree for a ball. When I was 5, math was too hard. I smashed the solid wood table with my palm. With a build like mine, sitting inside doing worksheets is a waste. Dad taught me golf and compound bow. Girls shouldn't play such dangerous extreme sports. Miss Shen's grip is pretty light today. Half a bucket of cement is enough. Miss Shen, when is Shen's payment coming? If you go on a blind date suddenly, I'm scared you'll get too excited and hurt someone. If you don't marry within the circle, who would dare marry you? The family isn't in great shape. Better settle your marriage soon. Dad will fulfill a wish. Dad, our company is just a small regional business. Butte Group's daily revenue matches our yearly market value. Don't worry, I'm not blaming you. Thank you. And come on. Hurting someone is too much. I'm gentle and ladylike. You're talking about gentle you at Big Sis's wedding, when you carried a 2-ton copper bed by yourself, all the way to downtown. Or ladylike you at Second Sis's wedding, when you uprooted century-old plum trees and ran them to your brother-in-law's place. Butte Group's VP is picking a spouse. This crazy fortune could have saved Shen Corp. If only your 2 cousins weren't married yet. Dad, how do you know I can't handle this wealth? Umu and Mingju. Mr. Fu is a top capitalist. He knows the difference. Even with eye issues and mutated taste, he'd never pick you. Relax. Marriage alliance isn't a big deal. It's as easy as moving trees or beds or archery. Leave it to me. Dad didn't lie. These are all finance magazine covers. Miss Shen is here for the interview too. Tonight's competition is intense. It's fine. I'll stand in the back. I won't get in anyone's way. Shen Industries is nearly bankrupt. If this step goes well, investment will come. My dress. It's custom made. What's going on outside? Is there an earthquake? Among all the girls here, Shen Mu she has the steadiest stance. Stays calm in any situation. Perfect for Butte Group's future CEO wife. What do you think, Fu Ling? Excellent. For Fu Lin, who his wife is, doesn't really matter. Mr. Fu, please take care of me. Follow the agreement. Congrats, Miss Shen. Miss Shen is so lucky. My social skills can't beat my ridiculous strength. That's what miracle strength is. Fate really went easy on me. Butte Group is seriously wealthy. A private estate is almost half the size of Shen Corp's old grounds. These 2 girls are from the admin department, your new living assistants. One's named Juan, the other's Chan. Madam, Mr. Fu specifically asked for this. You just arrived at Jinshan City. No need to check in at Group Daily. Just find something to do in this garden. Looks fancy outside, rotten inside. If it was my older cousin instead, She'd definitely get a legal team to sue for divorce. Huan-chan, move these logs to the trash station. Or let me do it. You guys, go inside and find lighter chores. Sorry, madam. We messed up at work. Please dock our bonuses. No need for that. Go help Onwoo clean the open kitchen. I'll order some fancy food for you tonight. The trees were dug up from the bamboo area overnight. Nothing else to do anyway. Madam, is this swing really safe? Same model as Shen's old family yard. I've used it since I was little. VP hasn't visited this auxiliary building since signing. Do you want to see the main building, madam? No need, I've achieved my goal. Now I'm officially Butte Group CEO wife. Shen Industries stock hit 3 daily limits. Those hostile funds won't dare short anymore. My dad finally doesn't need his blood pressure meds. No more stress about Butte pulling out. People say Shen's heiresses from Sunset Businesses haven't seen the world. Looking today, this muddy yard and your outfit. The rumors are spot on. No wonder VP won't step half a foot into here. Madam, this is Zhang Ruosheng, daughter of VP's old nanny. Everyone calls her Assistant Zhang. She grew up with the VP. Everyone says even if VP married under board pressure, the real VP and family role will go to her. That's the plan. What are you looking at? Fu family isn't a place for you to act up. You have a piece of veggie stuck on your teeth. Shen Mushi, don't get cocky. Think Fu signed the deal. You're officially his wife. Brother Fu is just giving you a title. That's how it's worded in the agreement. I grew up with Brother Fu. I know his tastes and habits. Who to hire in the group, who to fire, I know all of it. The one by his side after this will only be me. But the contract says CEO's wife isn't Assistant Zhang. Who said you could speak? If you know Fu's habits so well, you should know he hates people shouting. In his contract wife's yard, try behaving, Shen Mushi. Shen's funding depends on the VP's word. Don't try to steal what's not yours. Don't poke my eye. Not broken. Looks like a dislocation. Should be able to reset. Still arguing. I'll tell Mr. Fu. Let him see what kind of woman he married. Madam, should we chase her? Assistant Zhang is definitely reporting to the main house. Let her. She's in pain but ran fast. Means she's fine. Madam, what are you looking at? Checking the load-bearing spot. Don't be rash, madam. That's the estate security wall. Don't break a big hole. Just make a hole big enough to crawl through. I'll patch it up after my beef noodles. Mr. Fu, it's here. She hurt me on purpose and did dangerous stuff in the estate. Fu, you got the wrong door. This is the Fu estate. Oh, so you got it right. Did you make the hole? If I say it was worn out by time, from natural weathering, would you believe me? Last month's structural test. I signed it myself. So yes, I made it. But I calculated the load. It's just a local opening. It won't collapse for now. The estate has infrared imaging, electronic fences and sensors. You can use the main gate to go out. That's the thing. I just don't want to register. Buying skewers requires face scan and reporting where I'm going, like an international merger. So for a late night snack, you broke open the security wall. Plan to patch it up after eating. Easier next time too. What's up with these trees? They were in the way, so I pulled them out. Loosen the roots. Lift them up. Ruin a pair of shoes. When did I let you remodel this estate? Do what you want here. Just don't bother me. Capitalists sign papers, follow contracts. Even voice approvals count. I actually do have a rich lady image. Just a bit stronger, and good with my hands. Fu Ling, stop the overseas merger now. Or I'll finish you right here. We did a full inspection last month. Concrete batch, rebar spacing, load bearing, all impact resistance tests passed. Since the project is fine, then it must be an accident. Like, the intruder messed up the way they climbed the wall, landed at the wrong angle, caused some resonance. Just an accident. Of course, or maybe I used a bit too much force earlier. Don't worry, Mr. Fu, I'll fix the wall. Fast drying cement, rebar mesh. We'll patch the exterior tonight. Do the waterproof finish in the morning. Promise you, the inspection won't see any cracks. You know how to build walls? A little bit. I can lay bricks and swing an 80-pound sledgehammer. I can punch a hole in the security wall. I can take down 3 armed thieves by hand. And clear out the garden out back. Pulled out 2 dead trees. Turned the European-style swing into a steel structure. Mostly 'cause they stepped on my strawberries. Shen Muxi. Are you really the heiress of Shen Group? Or did Shen Group send you to be the head contractor for our manor's renovations? If head contractors get insurance and a meal allowance, I might consider it. Mr. Fu, just to be clear, I'm strong, but I don't do illegal evictions. Remove the restrictions on the annex. Starting tonight, Shen Muxi can come and go freely from the main house. Get the flower swing area ready. Move him there tonight. Move to the top floor of the main house. Actually, I can fix the wall. I know, that's exactly why it's not appropriate. The wives group says you saved Mr. Fu and heroically led the thieves over the wall. Put on an act right there. Moved Mr. Fu so much he opened up main house access that night. Some even say you learned elite socialite husband taming tactics. First smash the wall to get his attention, then take down the thieves barehanded, and finally move into the main house. Who spread these rumors? Thank goodness, madam. You finally moved from the annex to the main house. There's even screenshots in the executive group. They say the VP stopped the investigation for the CEO's wife, waiting on the next round of investment review. Will the funds arrive early? Go ahead and spread that, giving us more funding. I didn't say anything. Come here. Step back. Protect Mr. Fu. Stop right there. Don't step on my hydroponic white strawberries. White strawberries, idiots. We're paid attackers here for the job. The new Mrs. Fu is just for show, huh? Living in the annex, can't even get in the main house. Just a marriage of convenience with no real perks. If you don't get it, let's deal with you too. Call the cops, lock down the place. You broke my strawberries. Get rid of this woman first? Shen Muxi, move back. Help my leg. The Fu Manor collapsed. Film it. Ma'am, you buried the attackers. They stepped on my strawberries first. Dig this place up quick. Do you play Go? Small family background. Can't read financial statements. Don't get fine arts. Can't play piano well. Rejected by the Ivies. Mr. Fu should want to test the CEO wife's socialite skills. I suggest you give up now. Save us both time. Is that what Chairman Shen taught you? Chairman Shen said, the worst thing in high society is pretending to know. If you don't know, just admit it. The better you fake it, the quicker you go down. So what can you do? I can do this flick go pieces. Let me explain. Go pieces are heavier than marbles. I misjudged the angle. You call that a misjudgment? If I'd gotten it right, I would have just knocked off the antlers, not brought the whole planter down. Go is all about strategy, trading small losses for the bigger picture. Good for reviewing business battles. Let's change the rules then. Whoever flicks farther wins, but can't go out of bounds. If it hits something, use the rebound distance. Break something, everyone pays for their own. Childish. This Go set is expensive. There's a climate-controlled wine cellar behind that wall, so the feel's even better. Be careful when you aim. This should be fixable. Want to join us, Mr. Fu? Just wanted to check. What's so exciting about this messy gameplay? Seriously, what's the thrill? Cut the fancy talk. Your turn. That's your business strategy review, Mr. Fu? Let's go again. Can't play over there. You really might hit the wine cabinet. Maybe we should call it a night. No rush. I want to see just how far you can. Flick this thing. Get the guest room ready. Let Shen Muxi move into the main house. Mr. Fu, are you locking me up to pay for the wall? Relax, you're worth more to me than 2 walls right now. Capitalists really can't talk like normal people. Make 1. This thing's pretty pricey, right? Cheaper than the wall. Funny. Put it on your tab. Group's Public Aesthetic Loss Fund. I'm just strong, Mr. Fu. I'm not here to ruin your security team's name. I used to think you never smiled, Mr. Fu. I thought all rich CEOs did was yachts and cigars. Never thought you'd like tug of war. Pure hand win. Pay up, pay up. There's rules to this. Loser sends the winner red envelopes. Winner gets fried chicken. Fu Lin, you're a Wall Street brain. Is it okay to bully our folk games? Did you ask the granite when you chopped it in half? Oops, I misread with my old eyes just now. Until you paused 0.8 seconds with your left hand drawing a tile. Means you knew you couldn't play that one. Go again. Gotta win back my cash flow tonight. Playing with you is more fun than meetings. Well, yeah, nobody dares win your money at meetings. Shut up and shuffle. VP, I have work to report. Mr. Fu, the Southeast Asia Regional Quarterly Report needs your review. Put it in the study. This report matters. I can brief you in person. Have the butler give last month's limited edition Paris show bag to Assistant Zhang. He really worked hard. Mr. Fu, are you upset with me lately? I've been by your side for years. Never made a mistake. That's why you got rewarded. Madam, everyone says you secretly signed up for the elite ladies' husband training course. The vice president kicked Assistant Zhang out of the main house for you. Exec's chat is even crazier. They say the VP opened the underground private collection just to make you smile, letting you pick valuable assets. Basement. Private high-value assets? Smile or not, it doesn't matter. Where are the assets? Basement level 2. Don't touch antique calligraphy or paintings. Too easy to cause disputes. Gold bars, watches, jewelry, transferable collectibles are yours to choose. Mr. Fu, you're so generous. You protected me from mercenaries and saved the Manor Security's outsourcing test budget. Contract couples work together to keep things classy. Needs a budget. Madam, isn't this box supposed to need 4 people to carry? It's okay, I moved heavier diesel engines as a kid. Just remember to take. But take what's legal. Mrs. Fu emptied Mr. Fu's vault overnight. Half goes back to the Shen family accounts. Keep the cash flow steady first. Cover worker pay and last supplier payments. The other half goes to remote disaster areas to build temporary storage and housing. Muxi, this money. Dad, don't ask if it's legal. Let Shen Corp breathe again first. Turns out high society gossip can turn into real gold. Southeast Asia supply chain is in trouble. Shen Muxi, I need you. No fighting today, period. Don't try to trick me into playing mahjong. If I keep losing, I won't even afford the old fried chicken place downtown. I'm not here to play mahjong. So you're here for my wall repair bill? Board ordered, it must be done. I'm flying to Southeast Asia now. Both supply chain and logistics crashed. Ports are packed. Cross-border routes stopped. Several key warehouses are now like logistics dead lakes. Just dropping by to tell you. How bad is the overload? Is it inbound ships backed up, or Kingman crowding it? Are main routes blocked by low capacity, or highway nodes jammed? Is it bonded warehouses overloaded? Regional warehouses, bonded warehouses, or in distribution centers? Has the crash messed up inventory rights? Orders mismatch. You actually know all this. My dad thought I was dumb with business proposals, so sent me to remote old factories to do frontline logistics dispatch for a year. Spent every day chasing trucks or guarding warehouses, getting yelled at by drivers or warehouse managers. Experience is everything. If all goods still follow a queues. Plan and squeeze into Yanshan Core warehouse. That's not dispatch. That's dumping water down a jammed pipe. Madam, that analogy is gross. Gross but true. HQ sits in AC rooms reading reports. Just look at red, yellow, green. But the front line could be stuck at a 2-lane toll gate, or at a broken forklift nobody fixes. Go on. Can't wait for core warehouse to clear. Set up buffer warehouses on key outer nodes first. Doesn't need to be big or fancy. just enough to divert, hold, and resort. Sort goods by urgency, custom status, destination, and vehicle type. Let buffer warehouses take the first pressure wave.
Exactly.
Especially in times like this. Don't trust HQ's optimal path too much. Systems crashed. Bottom nodes tell the truth. Let goods pause where there's still a breath. Bring trucks, storage, custom step by step back online. If you can't crack the choke nodes at the bottom, SE Asia region data keeps clashing. Each manager claims it's not their fault. HQ can't see on site. The reports aren't reliable. Then stop asking them. Test the goods flow directly. Use tougher methods than buffer warehouses. Force the real bottlenecks to show up. Buffer warehouses should smooth spikes. But say Asia is broken up by terrain. Policies vary, port capacities uneven. Last mile is outsourced layer after layer. HQ can't even find the real blockade now, so don't fixate on reports. Top execs only see overload. Not the reason behind it. Central node numbers look best, but they're the most deceptive. Port branch lines easily shift blame, but real jams are often in the last 30 kilometers. If you can't track it, don't let them self-report. First batch of special blind boxes, A/B test. Same outer packaging. Price so low the last mile guys will grab them first. Each has different batch AI tracking codes inside. Like die tracing agents. They run through the whole chain themselves. When there's abnormal holdup, who detoured, which warehouse faked night transfers, shows up instantly. If anyone opens the package, even better opening triggers abnormal feedback. Catch the bad spots and theft points at once. Tablet. Can buffer warehouses work at these nodes? This branch route is closer. Avoids expensive residential and environmental red lines. Warehouse must go here. Port swings hit for 3 days straight. Short-term rentals work. Pull out after peak. Don't touch here. Complaint costs are high. Also this low-lying route. With heavy rain, truck lines last till sunrise. How do you know about the environmental red line? Dispatch at old factories taught me the hard way. Drivers hated traffic limits and sudden checks. Forbiddance on maps? But once you drive, fuel costs, fines, and wait times all stack up. Blind boxes run 3 batches for 7 days. Testing main routes and last mile. Then stress test port peak flow. Once data's in, don't just spend money by who's reporting, but based on who's repeat bottleneck. They're the ones who get the budget. Shen Muxi, I thought you were just strong and bold, lucky as hell. But now, I see I was wrong. You're not just a bodyguard, or the wife for mahjong and demolition bills. You're a strategic asset. Mr. Fu, Southeast Asia trip is dangerous. I've checked the travel group list with HQ. No matter what, you have to let me go with you. Mr. Fu, I heard you're flying to Southeast Asia tomorrow. Ports are on strike there. Warehouse is overloaded. I have to go with you. Miss Shen, your ideas sound new. But billion-dollar projects aren't just theory. Flights, hotels, food, medical, confidential docs. Nothing can go wrong. I've managed every one of your trips for years. Your stomach issues. No iced coffee after long flights. Hot water ready half an hour before dawn meetings. The Say Asia team doesn't need a life assistant now. I know that. But you need someone by your side who knows how you work. Miss Shen has never worked on core projects of the group. She might not be much help if she goes. So, tell me, if you're assigned to a high-risk overseas team, what could you actually do? Manage schedules, organize files, handle meeting arrangements, reception, and security, and even take care of your daily needs, so you can focus on making decisions. Mr. Fu, I'm just worried about you. You can't just have people around who only handle blueprints, algorithms, or talk about roadmaps. You need someone who can share the pressure with you. Someone who truly gets you. The supply chain department sent this yesterday. Did you see the daily transshipment rates? Yeah, I saw it. On page 3, there's an issue with the Southeast Asia Zone A transfer warehouse. What's the basis for direct flow? Inventory turnover, days in transit. How do we cross-check unloading efficiency? Now that the forward warehouse is running, how do we reduce the empty return rate of trunkline trucks? Supply chain can explain those specific models. I am mainly here to take care of your personal tasks. So what exactly would you do there? Hand out warm water to the team? Or pick out ties for me? You're not on the travel roster for this trip. You'll stay at Jinhai headquarters to handle admin stuff. Mr. Fu, from now on for any supply chain or important security meetings, if you don't understand the data, don't just barge in and interrupt. If you can't even read basic logistics algorithms, you'll only make things worse. Sigh. Got it. Madam, the rumors outside are wild. They say the Shen family heiress has Mr. Fu completely under her spell. Some even say you hypnotized him. Even with the Southeast Asia multi-billion supply chain crisis, he still pushed to get you into the board's expert group. If I could actually hypnotize people, I'd make them finish their own training reports first. Great, the hassle isn't over yet? 2. The anonymous forum in Taitai Group's intranet is exploding. Someone said you hypnotized the vice president. An heiress from a Western-style Shen family business actually wants to step into the Southeast Asian billion-dollar supply chain. The socialite circle is talking too. The VP squeezed out Zhang Ruoshuang for you and put you on the expert team. I didn't even finish memorizing the Southeast Asia climate charts last night. Where would I get the skills to whisper sweet nothings? Madam, this is the elite world. The less you fight, the more people think you're unfathomable. Aunt Wu, last night you busted the table 3 times playing mahjong. That was pretty unfathomable too. They have a clearer career plan for me than I do myself. Getting Ma won't help. If the group really flops in Southeast Asia, Shen's oxygen supply would get cut off too. There's still 40 minutes to the airport. I'll show you before I leave. This isn't a regular optimization plan. It was done by the group's core R&D. Not some mysterious good guy secretly rewriting overnight. He won't join the group and doesn't like to show up. His algorithm skills are just enough. Madam, you probably didn't know. Jinghai City High-Tech Parks? Most high-end independent geek studio. The VP's best friend is the boss there. Madam, that person has issues. Madam, thanks for your hard work. Have some fruit. Something's up. Madam, please don't blame me for being nosy. There's an independent geek studio in Jinghai High-Tech Park. The VP has quietly looked after the female boss there. She's said to be pretty. She's highly educated and has been the VP's secret friend for years. Word in the manor is she's the VP's real favorite. Madam, women in elite families who don't fight end up with no place to stand. That geek studio. Do you have the exact address? Madam, you really want to catch them cheating. Catch what? Cheating? Fuelin's still flying over Southeast Asia. Am I going to High-Tech Park to catch air? Then why ask for the address? I want to see who managed to rework the Fulin AI model into a downscaling version and ask them about their dynamic route prediction algorithm, how they managed to keep port congestion variables so low. Those lines of code, I looked at them 3 times last night, almost cracked my nightstand. Madam, want me to scope it out first? In case she's really the VP's favorite and tries to provoke you later. If she can write code at that level? So what if she talks smack at me? Tech geniuses having weird tempers is totally normal. Miss Shen, are you here to have custom software made? Or buy my patent license? Not buying anything. I'm here to see you. That port dynamic route prediction algorithm, you wrote it, right? Lin Qianchen, you're basically a genius. How did you do those lines of code? I almost bowed to you on the spot after reading them last night. Boss Lin, that AI interception warehouse logic of yours. Did you use real-time cargo wave prediction? How did you push down the return rate in low-tier markets? Miss Shen, you're not here to ask about Fuli. What's there to ask about him? Isn't he in Southeast Asia battling warehouse blowouts, with the port and board torturing each other? Others focus on financing and valuations. I focus on things that save lives. Shen's biggest fear is goods flooding into the wrong warehouse at the wrong time. Your system wiring up Southeast Asia Port Dong's data can cut warehouse blowout losses by at least 30%. You got it. It's not just about volume prediction. You feed in payment, weather, return cycles, and driver scheduling, judging fake high demand first. Yeah, it's not just basic warehouse splitting. It's about keeping cash flow safe. So today you brought people, not because of gossip about the VP's favorite. I brought Xiaowan because I might get lost. Catching cheaters in rich families wastes too much time. I'd rather worship a tech master. Lin Qianchen, do you know how to play Sichuan Mahjong? Like the bloody battle version? It's all about my pride at the Manners poker table. Jiangsu Zhejiang Shanghai Mahjong AI competition. Won first prize and was the real Mahjong champ. Let's go over the rules. I've never played Sichuan Mahjong in real life, but the probability model translates. You explain the gameplay, and I'll calculate expected returns. Deal, let's skip the elite family drama. If you trigger a win, don't back out. I hate people who back out, on the table or in business. Dots 2. 1. You deliberately left the edge tile to bait me. Good sense for the game? Your code's solid too. So, no fight with the VP's favorite. Ended up as tech allies instead. Since Feeling went overseas, I've been hanging out here more. Today I'm not acting like the CEO's wife, just playing cards. Southeast Asian buffer warehouse up front. Add port congestion and driver fatigue thresholds into the model. Costs drop another 3.7%. Even lower costs. If Fulin, that capitalist, hears it, he'll probably get up from his overseas meeting table in the middle of the night and bow to you. Nah, he'll just write it into the next KPI. Make everyone work themselves bald. Makes sense. Rich family capital traps are deeper than the flood pits at my family's old factory. You really don't seem like a scheming rich person. Scheming types wouldn't mess up a red packet by 8 cents. Still wired it short by 0.88 yuan. I'm a certified CEO's wife, at least. Surviving in the Phelan family is all thanks to my unnatural energy. Once tech enters a conglomerate, it turns into a number on the balance sheet. The algorithm's mine, but the signature isn't. The model's built by me, but someone else gets credit. I get it, Shen's faced capital predators before. Betting contracts look like foot wraps. Every line feels like a noose. You signed a marriage deal just for the bet. For Shen's company. And thousands of old staff's jobs. When my dad couldn't hold on, I couldn't watch them go jobless overnight. I grew up weirdly strong. Socialite classes never clicked. But moving steel, fixing machines, dispatching trucks comes naturally. Rich folks think I'm rough, I own it. I'm not here to play the graceful rich wife. At least you know why you stepped in the cage. So what about you? 100 million breach penalty, 5-year ban, blocked from any research institute. It's basically pushing someone down for good. After graduating PhD from MIT, I got tricked by a headhunter to sign. They said, top lab, biggest computing pool, total freedom. But then I realized, it's not a contract, it's a chain. A lot of people thought I stayed in Jinghai because I wanted to marry Fulin, but I studied all those years, not to serve a multinational capitalist. As an unnamed housewife, I want to go back to national research institutes, build core models for the country, and put my name where it belongs. Lin Qianchen starting today. You're my stepsister. That's pretty casual for a sisterhood. No, whether it's 100 million, professional dedication, or abusive contract, let's break them all down one by one. If you want to go back to national research, I'll help you get back. Always between the mansion garden and the geek studio. Still laughing so freely. How can a Fulin CEO's wife act like this? Madam, old Mrs. Fulin had someone send this over. Message was, she thinks you've been laughing too loud in the mansion lately. Acting too casual, not proper for a rich wife. But you didn't do anything wrong. The VP even praised you before going abroad, said your plan saved Southeast Asia big time. Why should you go suffer at the meditation center? Jiang Ruoshuang didn't go to Southeast Asia with the VP. Right after that, old Mrs. Fulin started managing you. Too much of a coincidence. Aunt Wu, you can't change tiles once you touch them. That's just how elite families are. You gotta go through this. The more rules they throw, the more it means you've secured your place. Aunt Wu, why are you siding with them? It's a different angle to win. They want you to be calm, so go calm down. Yanchi Mountain has fresh air and hot springs. Treat it as a free vacation. Pack up, it's just a getaway. Madam, why bring this to the meditation center? Just in case. Mountain roads outside town. Better to be prepared. Maybe they won't allow this stuff. Just say I'm a serious outdoor fan. Why can't rich wives be into the outdoors? Send your location when you arrive. If someone bullies you, don't ever tolerate it. Relax, I'm not very patient, but pretty good at handling things. Madam, I'll go with you. How long has that car behind us been tailing? Seems like since we left the base of the mountain. Ma'am, is the car behind us doing that on purpose? Don't panic. She's still clutching her bag at a time like this. There are sandwiches inside. In extreme environments, carbs are life. Shen Muxi, Fu Lin's wife. Would you believe me if I said you have the wrong person? We followed you all the way from the Fu Manor. Do you think we're fools? Well, that judgment can't be said to be entirely without issues. Fu Lin's overseas projects ruined us. The people behind them suffered heavy losses. Doesn't he love his wife more than life itself? If we take you, the project team will naturally negotiate terms. You gentlemen might have misunderstood. Fu Lin and I have a very clean business relationship. The emotional content is about equal to a cold financial report. It doesn't matter if it's a marriage in name only. As long as the Fu family recognizes you as the CEO's wife, you're valuable. Crouch down, cover your head, and don't come out. Now, let's talk again. Do you want to change your bargaining chip? I just took this to bolster my courage. I didn't intend to just hit people randomly. Stand behind me. Don't go head to head with him. Get that woman. Watch out. You're hurt. Shu Shejia. Pin them all down. Are you okay? Are you okay? I'm fine. Don't move yet. I'll hold the pressure for you. No need to trouble yourself. It's a must. I have to. If you go into shock from blood loss, and another wave of kidnappers comes, I can't carry you while swinging a clock, can I? The wound is deep. You were acting like nothing happened just now. It's a minor injury. Is the Fu family standard for minor based on a battlefield? Tell me if it hurts. I'm quite strong, and I'm afraid of pressing too hard. Okay, stop for now. But you'd better go to the hospital for stitches. Good technique. Of course, I do heavy load training regularly. I carry a first aid kit more often than lipstick. Your hand. It's fine, just a scratch. Your shoulder is like this, and you're worried about a scratch on my hand? Ma'am, are you all right? I'm fine, they're all under control. Who is this? Ma'am, he seems to be that one from the Fu family. The third young master who's been overseas for years. Ma'am, I don't think I'm mistaken. That man likely really is Fu Wang, the third young master of the Fu family. The Fu family has a third young master. How come I've never seen him at birthdays or the manor? This third young master is a bit different. Old Chairman Fu rarely mentioned him officially. No one in the Fu family dared to discuss him. I heard his mother was a fisherwoman from North Sea Island. An illegitimate son? Yes, he was brought back to the Fu family when he was young. But the elders and old Mrs. Fu didn't like him. Fu Lin is the legitimate heir. The others have their status too. Only the third young master is stuck in an awkward spot. What is he doing in Bite now? Overseas security. Not the manor patrol type, but the core, most dangerous front lines. The Tianshui mining incident 5 years ago. Ma'am must have heard of it. The third young master led a team in, saving the trapped engineering crews and negotiators batch by batch. After that battle, he became famous in the overseas security circle. And then? Something happened during the evacuation. An explosion, a fall from a cliff, comes cut off. The Fu family almost thought he died there. The security department was preparing the sacrifice list. Ma'am, the third young master sounds cold. But he's probably not a bad person. A bad person wouldn't, while his own shoulder is bleeding, stare at a tiny scratch on someone else's palm. Fu Wen. This favor can't be brushed off with just a thank you. Ma'am, this door requires the VP's private access. Even the admin department doesn't have a key. Should we put in a request? Just rest. Only taking trauma medicine. Register everything. I'll handle the paperwork later. Trauma meds and bandages. Hemostatic gel. What if the VP asks? Say I borrowed them. It's fine if I don't return them. Put it on my tab. Send them to Fu Wang's apartment. Hand them to him personally. Ma'am, aren't you going yourself? What would it look like if I went? Fu Lin's nominal wife. Publicly sending meds and fruit to the third young master? The Manor chat group would write an 80-episode drama by tomorrow. Then we'll definitely keep it low-key. The third young master said, "Thank you for your kindness. These things are better for you to keep handy." The third young master is so thoughtful. Just professional. Ma'am, when I went to the apartment, I heard from the security base people that his shoulder wound hasn't fully healed. But he went to lead high-intensity drills early this morning. Drilling with an injury like that? There's a special escort mission in the North Sea soon. Ben's logistics fleet has to take that route. The third young master is in charge. Sea crime groups are active there. Harsh sea conditions. Rerouting costs are skyrocketing. The land-based teams lack high seas experience. It's hard enough just to stand on deck. If someone falls overboard, hypothermia sets in fast. They might not be recovered. Then sending ordinary escort ships. Isn't that just a suicide mission? But the North Sea route is blocked. Ben's fleet is stuck there, and the group is losing money every day. You just mentioned the Baihai area, right? It's not just sea crime gangs. Yeah, the forums are buzzing. Everyone's saying the security department's ground team is impressive. But Beihai's open sea isn't land. High waves, cold water. If you really fight on deck, once you fall in, you'll lose body heat in minutes. So basically, head-on fighting is risking your life. But if there's no escort, our Ben team can't get through. The Beihai Deepwater Port route would be blocked. Anto, bring out those boxes for me. Which ones? The heaviest ones. Madam, are you building a ship? Just a half-meter model, starting with a prototype. What do you need? Algorithm mainboard for small boat adaptation, AI for obstacle avoidance and collision detection, target tracking logic. The faster, the better. Hold on. It's tilted. Add 20 grams to the right side. It's too light. Can't wait until the sea gang is right on us. First give a warning with lights and sounds when they enter danger zone. Then use non-lethal countermeasures. Sis-in-law. The security department got the electronic blueprints from the USB drive, but the base hardware is complicated. I'd like to consult you in person, Mrs. Fu. No need to consult. The actual items are here. Multiple sensors to spot obstacles and fast targets. Lin Qianshen's algorithm can handle avoidance, collision lock, and tracking. Weighted bottom to lower center of gravity. Doesn't tip easily in rough waves. Twin redundant thrusters. If one side fails, it can still retreat. Space for non-lethal warning and positioning modules. First takeoff, lift away. Spray high-pressure dye water when needed. Locks targets for the escort boats behind. This AI collision stop. Countering unmanned interceptor boats is nearly perfect. Thank you, Shen Muxi. We're all protecting the crew. Nothing to thank for. Look, Beihai Deepwater Port is close to the Shen industry plant. If this route is cut, ships can't enter, cargo can't leave. Thousands of veteran staff could lose their jobs and pay. That's why you're in a hurry. Of course, you're pressing because this time you're betting on the sea crime gang. Securing safe passage is keeping the logistics lifeline of Shen Corp. That's right. Like that time 5 years ago at Tianshui Mine. If the Special Security Department hadn't held out, Shen Corp's funds would have dried up. So this thank you, I say it from the thousands at HQ, and from the old factory masters, and from my dad. It's a formal thanks to you all. Thanks to you too. Why thank me? Just blueprints. Once you all return safely, I'll treat the whole security department to dinner. Eat something first. Everyone focuses so much we forget to eat. Even tough people can't keep up like this. Aunt Wu, your wontons are lifesavers. Fu Wang, don't just stare at me eat. 20 unmanned boats. Chassis and thrusters. Anti-collision shells. A motherboard fitting. All need urgent updates. Delivery in 1.5 months. The tasks are right in front of us. Thanks to you too. Just lending a hand. As long as I can help. The base freed up a secret workshop. 20 boats in 1.5 months. Tonight, tear down some hulls. 20 boats in 1.5 months. Is the security department really upgrading unmanned boats or just rushing express jobs? So you can't just rely on blueprints. Mrs. Fu, it's dangerous in there welding and cutting. Just watch the monitors in the observation room. Can I screw things together from the observation room? Let him in. He's the lead for AI collision counter hardware. System tech lead. Lower the front radar 3.2 centimeters. Shift side ballast forward. Don't weld the port shut. Non-lethal warning and locator modules still need servicing. But that'll impact thruster load. Switch to double seal frames. Outer ring resists salt soak. Inner ring resists high heat. Do as he says. Chicken scoop. Don't mind me, the issue's in the right battery bay. Add 600 grams to the ballast. Change that. Made by a compliant security supplier. Hidden tungsten steel window breaker in the tail hold here. Works for car straps, thin steel panels, anything. Looks simple, doesn't draw attention. Hairpin. Got it, he gets the same deal sleeping with me from now on. Put it under the pillow before bed. Don't worry, I won't lose your gift. Go on. Go on. Line compressor running normal. You're hurt. Working in heavy industry, scrapes are normal. Look at these folks nearby. Come here. Really, no need to fuss. It'll heal soon. Titanium burr cuts aren't just scrapes. There's dust, coolant, metal shavings here. An infection would delay all mods. Wear gloves in the mod workshop from now on. Always wear protective gloves.
I did.
Just took them off to check some tiny wires. That connector's too small. Can't feel it right with gloves. Then call me. Aren't you adjusting thrusters? I'm in the workshop, so call me. If I see you again without proper gloves and hurting yourself, you're banned from the mod workshop. No, Way6 boats still need final ballast. Who else will keep an eye if I'm not here? Okay, sis-in-law. Got it, third young master. Next time, I'll weld the gloves to my hands. Madam, President Fu didn't call to check in today. Aunt Wu, you're overthinking. Fu Ling isn't even focused on me. What's he gonna check on me? Big family couples, you know? The less they ask, the more suspenseful their moves. Don't study Fu Lin yet. Study yourself. Did you mistake the 6 bar for the 9 bar again? Oh, my eyesight's bad. Didn't see it clearly. Fu Lin's not gonna add another scar to my wrist. You tossed me gently into the opportunity. But Fu Wang will. Shen Mengxi. I'm your legal husband, yet I haven't even held your hand. Someone else has already tended to my minor injuries. President Fu, those Southeast Asian option rewards must be pouring in. The buffer warehouse and AI tracking code. I stayed up all night drawing that blind box test plan. Intellectual labor deserves dividends. At least you have some business integrity. This is what you deserve. The board wanted to lower the price. I was going to keep it for myself. But seeing your hands all beat up from the workshop, take this and rest up.
Thanks.
Fu Wang treated your scratches. What do you think of him? The third master is efficient. And his hands are steady. Surviving as a team leader in high-risk zones overseas. He lives up to the rumors. That's it? What else? We signed a business marriage agreement, not a deed of sale. I know who is in your heart. Who is in my heart? Don't worry too much about it. Fine, go back to work. Ma'am, how is President Fu? He shelled walnuts for you himself, and even fought for you at the board meeting. He pays well and doesn't interfere. He's a decent capitalist. What about the third master, Fu Wang? Fu Wang? He's a very good man. Drive. Legal will send the dividend agreement tomorrow. Check the numbers. The third master has an emergency. He's handling the security deployment before the escort. He might not be around for a few days. Understood. Uncle, you've worked hard. Thanks, sister-in-law.
Pong.
Ma'am, you've already broken up 2 straights. Shen Mengxi, the satellite cloud map shows. An extreme typhoon is approaching the North Sea. A typhoon? Yes, central winds at level 14. Waves predicted at 6 to 8 meters. Fu Wang's escort mission won't be easy. The day the 20 unmanned boats were delivered, the security base was full of engineers. But Fu Wang never showed up. Nothing can go wrong with those ships. Ma'am, you've played 4 queens in a row. If you keep playing like this, you'll lose your whole monthly allowance to me. The North Sea Bureau just issued a red typhoon warning. For the boat's stability in a typhoon, the system needs extreme redundancy testing. The ballast also needs reinforcing. Core R&D has a chief fluid dynamics engineer who specializes in deep sea extreme testing. Center of gravity, propulsion redundancy, communication backup. The backup must take over within 0.3 seconds. The authorization is approved. If the fluid dynamics team or the hardware lab refuses to cooperate with your retest, go straight to headquarters. President Fu, having a base-level employee like you, such a broad-minded successor, it's a blessing for anyone submitting a resume. Look around more at the core area of headquarters. No need to rush back to the manor. What's so good about headquarters? Glass walls, stale air conditioning, workstations like a robot phalanx. Staying there too long is suffocating. So none of you like it. You're not just talking about me. Lin Qianchen said it too. A capitalist's glass cage is still a cage, no matter how pretty. The typhoon won't wait. Hurry. Let's go to headquarters. No matter what President Fu is plotting, nothing can happen to the ships Fu Wang took out. "20 unmanned curved boats. Ballast, motherboard, moisture-proofing, buoyancy all here. I want to run an extreme wind and wave redundancy test." Who designed this center of gravity plan? The North Sea typhoon surges are much fiercer. The current plan only prevents easy capsizing. It doesn't guarantee self-righting after consecutive waves. This won't do. If they take on water on the high seas, Fu Wang and his men lose their safety net. Reseal and retest. Ma'am, the headquarters moved the North Sea escort send-off. The pre-party is tonight. Executives, the Fu family elders, and the socialites of Jinghai will all be there. Got it. Once the 4th round of data is out, send it straight to my tablet. Forget about Fu Ling. He has a marriage agreement. The old chairman approved it himself. Who says we can only watch Fu Ling? If Fu Wang wins the North Sea escort mission, his influence in security and overseas routes will change. His status is a bit awkward, but his power is real. My family has northern port resources. If we could even get a slice of his maritime insurance. So even the elite marriage market is about asset allocation? Though Fu Wang isn't the old lady's biological son,
He is the old chairman's blood.
he runs overseas security and holds resources for high-risk projects. If we married into that, the value would be high. He's just so cold. Marrying him might be like being a widow. More suffocating than welding boat brackets for 12 hours is hearing people appraise Fu Wang as a marriage asset. I'm going to the restroom. I didn't come here to fight over who stands by Fu Wang. I'm here for the 20 boats in the North Sea, for the Shen family's cash flow, and for my future seat on the board. Isn't this my sister-in-law who used social climber tricks to marry into the Fu family? I'm just out for some air. Don't let me stop you from enjoying the flowers. Can't handle the banquet hall, can you? A socialite from a dying company like Shen Industry has never seen a real high society event. Some people sign an agreement, move into the Fu house, and think they've actually become a phoenix. You haven't even learned the rules. You look like an outsourced worker at this party. My mother values rules and dignity above all. You spend all day in the workshop, smelling of engine oil. You can't even hold a glass like a lady. Yes. You know the rules. You're the most dignified. Are you done? If so, please move. Stop acting so magnanimous. The Shen family is failing. Your dad traded you for Fu family money. In the end, you're just collateral for a debt. You're only Mrs. Fu if the family allows it. Otherwise, you wouldn't even be allowed in this hall. Don't think because Fu Ling has been nice to you lately that you're some hero of the group who the Fu family favors. Was never for an outsider like you to decide. Rule number 1 of high society: know your place. For the boats, for the Shen family, and for that board seat I will eventually take. I will endure this. Yeah, you know everything. You're the only one in the whole group who knows it all. Done gossiping now. Can I go through now, huh? Alright, since you're so capable, why not swim across then? Fu Yi's banquet isn't over yet. If you want to play in the water, do it yourself. I'm heading back first. Who said you could go? Stop acting superior. You're just a rich girl from Shen Industries, an outdated business. Do you really think marrying into the Fu family means you're equal to us? Shen Muxi, are you nuts? You actually dared to push me. You pushed me down first, and another thing. The railing broke on its own. You're lying. You snapped it on purpose to hurt me. You're just jealous my mom cares for me. Jealous the Fu family doesn't accept you as family. Yeah, she pulled it. That railing was perfectly fine. How could it just break like that? She definitely messed with it. Mom. She hurt me. First pretended to leave, then dragged me into the water when I wasn't looking. And even broke the railing. Almost got me killed. Shen Muxi, get up here and explain yourself. Mom, look at her. She totally did it on purpose. She's never liked me. Planned for me to fall into the water. Madame Fu. It's simple. She blocked the walkway first with her crew, stopping me from passing. Then she pushed me, and I lost balance and fell into the pool. The railing suddenly snapped. That's when everyone went in. You're making this up. That walkway was designed by an Italian team. Top standard inspection. How could the railing just suddenly break? Shen Muxi. Did you already know there was a problem? Did you purposely lead me to the pool edge? The whole time, I just wanted to walk by. You blocked me, so drop the act. You've got so much strength. Who knows if you messed with the railing beforehand? You could even smash through the manor wall. Breaking the railing wouldn't be hard for you. I never touched the railing. There's surveillance at the scene, plus lots of witnesses. The garden area is a surveillance blind spot. Still want to call security and engineers to check? Want everyone at the banquet to know the Fu family got embarrassed? Enough. This banquet's turned into a whole mess. What does that look like? Madame Fu. I'm just stating the facts. It's normal for the younger ones to argue a bit, a little pushing back and forth. It's really not a big deal. Since you married into the Fu family, you should know your place. Fu Zhuan's got a quick temper. As a sister-in-law, couldn't you let it slide? Mom, I never wanted trouble. She's been making sarcastic comments to provoke me. All I said from the start was, let me pass. Everyone here today is a partner or VIP. Family drama out in public doesn't look good for anyone. Father's still young. Don't let it bother you. With your Mrs. Fu title, everything you say represents the family. If you really call security, engineers, and legal, how will everyone outside report it? Shen Group works closely with Bent. You should know how to act properly. Where's Fu Ling? President Fu just heard from Lin Qianshen's side about a possible emergency. He's already left headquarters early. President Fu asked me to stay at the banquet, but internal family matters. I have no authority to get involved. So the title Mrs. Fu might not get you real fairness. In the Fu family, it's not always about who's right. Shen Muxi, today's farewell banquet is for the group. All the VIPs are here. Even if Fu Qi isn't mature, she's still a Fu daughter. And you, as Fu Lin's wife, making drama like this. How does that look for the Fu family? Mom, I just wanted to talk to him. He lost his balance and fell, then dragged me down too. I almost drowned. We all saw it. He freaked out first. Mrs. Fu is pretty strong. Who would mess with her? Let me say it one last time. It was Fu Qing who blocked my way and pushed me first. The railing broke later, not at the start. You dare keep lying? Think you can get away with it because Fu Lin's not here? No one can deal with you. He's not lying. Third brother, what are you doing here? I was just at the glass greenhouse coffee lounge across from the pool. Fu Yi stopped Shen Muxi, then pushed her into the pool. I saw it clearly. Third brother, this is a Fu family matter. Don't let an outsider fool you. She's just a business marriage. You embarrass me in front of everyone for her. I'm only telling what I saw. Third brother, are you sure? You shouldn't say things like that unless they're true. If you think my testimony with Shen Muxi isn't objective enough, there were others with me at the confidential meeting, like Legal Chief Li and Risk Chief Liu. Madam Fu, we were indeed discussing legal risk in the glass greenhouse, about the open sea escort after tomorrow. We witnessed how things unfolded. Miss Fu Yan started it. The railing breaking was an accident that happened after, but the cause is clear. Miss Fu Qing initiated the push. Fu Ying went to change clothes first. Let's end today's matter here. Nobody is allowed to spread rumors outside. This time, I'm not alone. Didn't feel upset earlier. Now that everyone left, it feels a bit cold. Let's go. Thank you, third young master. The car's downstairs. Third young master, you don't have to. Keep warm, don't catch a cold. Will today's drama cause you trouble? I just told the truth. But Madame Fu, she doesn't like me. This isn't the first time. You don't need to worry about it. Third brother, thanks for bringing her home tonight. No problem. From headquarters to the manor isn't exactly on the way. If there's no urgent matter, come inside and have some tea to warm up. Sure. If President Fu hadn't wanted to provide you guys with that top-tier AI collision-proof drone boat system, I'd be leading the sea escort the day after tomorrow. Risk is huge. Not looking good. This tea's for you both. If Vice President Fu and sister-in-law hadn't provided the AI collision drone boat system, it'd be way riskier for my sea escort the day after tomorrow. The North Sea waters and our rivals aren't clean. If we rely on manpower, it'll be tough. This tea's for you both. Sorry, didn't mean to drop it. I didn't know my wife
Had such amazing tech skills.
Thank her, third brother. Shen Muxi, don't catch a cold. I'm heading upstairs to change. Someone dragged me from the forest edge into an old factory area, hid me in an abandoned workshop. That person took care of me for half a month. Changed bandages, cleaned wounds, gave me water. Blocked the doors and windows with scrap boards. Avoided the search. When I woke up, he was already gone. All that was left was a metal safety ring by the bed. I've spent 5 years looking for the one Cody named down. Do you know them, sister-in-law? He's still breathing. I can't just watch you die. Your cousin's wedding ran into trouble. Head back to Jinghai now. I didn't recognize you back then. Your face was covered in wounds. Your temperature kept fluctuating. I took care of you for over half a month. When I woke up, all I had was this safety pendant. Later, Chairman Fu told me to return to the Fu family. Chairman Shen proposed a marriage alliance. A marriage alliance. He said the Jiang family's most eligible daughter could marry me. I turned him down. All I wanted then was to find my rescuer. I didn't want to marry a stranger just for business. Don't worry, I'm telling you this without any other reason. Whenever you face hardship, just speak up. I can do anything for you. I will do my best to protect those I care about. Always. This pendant. Finally returned to you today. What? Fu Wen telling stories is even more moving than my business pitches. Have some poured by the capitalist himself. It's pricey on the market. Drink slow. It's not just water. The alcohol burns. Whiskey really does sting. Shen Muxi isn't great at calculating fate, but she's still alive. She'd get back what she lost, slowly. The third phase of Beihai Escort was a big success. AI anti-collision unmanned boats completed blockade of the high seas. Core shipping convoy passed the danger zone with 0 losses. Madam, the third young master, they won again. Forum says Beihai route has heavy flow. The artery is almost fully open. Amitabha. Just glad everyone returned safe. Beihai's communications are strictly controlled. No news is good news. He promised to come back for his report, so he won't break his word easily. President Fu, your comforting skills are still stiffer than Ant Wu ruining cards. If you nitpick more, I'll have finance freeze your reimbursement this month for the late night snacks you lost in the mahjong game. Surprise! Beihai Escort succeeded. AI algorithms and hardware upgrades both helped. Core team members must celebrate together. It's worth celebrating. Congrats to Bit Company. And congrats to you. Jiang wind is really strong. Huan and Chan went to the dock to buy hot chestnuts. Aunt Wu wants some. Madam, Aunt Wu isn't here. You all go first. Shen Muxi. Are you sure you want to leave? I'm tired, heading back to the mansion to sleep. President Fu, you say more at company celebrations than I do. Please take good care of Xianshan for me. Madam, President Fu got a sudden fever after returning from the yacht club. He collapsed at the main mansion. You go and thank him for me. Madam, please talk some sense into President Fu. Doctor says his stomach's been empty for days. If he keeps going, even the toughest can't last. Who sent you here? Aunt Wu asked me to come. Passing along a message from Lin Xianchen. She's boarded her flight back to the research center. Keep pretending to be sick and not eating or drinking. He still won't return. Shen Muxi. You and Lin Qianchen teamed up to set me up. It's not really a scam. You knew he wanted to leave. He wants a state-level lab. Independent publishing, freedom in research. Not to be tied down by you in Jinghai with contracts and resources. I never expected her to be just a dutiful wife, but every move you make tells her that leaving your control comes at a cost. You have to pay for it. I love her. I thought the best lab, team, and computations would make her stay someday, but she's not your project.
I know.
Now I understand. Because I love her. I can't keep holding her back. Her name should be on her own achievements. Before the end of year board election, the marriage can't be used by the board to attack me and Shen's family. Once I fully control the board, I'll sign personally. Then I'll set you free. And free Fu Wang too. Since you figured it out, eat something first. If you really die before the board meeting, no one will sign these 2 papers. Madam, what treasure are you hiding? Freedom. Are you going to an appointment or robbing the execution ground? Neither. I want to tell Fu Wang some good news myself. Shen Muxi, if you keep grinning at the frontline reports, I'll think you're planning to defect. President Fu, you wouldn't understand, being heartbroken. The brain-machine interface Lin Qianchen left behind. The model and quantum chip blueprints. Make the hardware base first. Warehouse supplies for rare superconducting materials aren't enough. It's tough to cook with no ingredients. I'll approve the materials budget. Make a list and expand the lab. I'll bring in engineers from HQ. Don't wait till you leave Jinghai. And the project is just a flashy PPT. Fu Lin, are you sick or something? On one hand, you say you'll let me leave. On the other, you give me more overtime. Freedom doesn't mean being useless. You can leave the Fu family, but your work must stay to make you money. Capitalist. After the board meeting, I'll sign everything that needs signing for the project. If you want to keep working, do it as an independent collaborator. What's up with Fu Ling? Bahai Escort's final stage. An accident happened 3 days ago. 3 days ago. At the time, all the reports said was a mine explosion. Communication cut off. Missing list kept changing. Just finished checking all the injured. Last known locations have partly recovered. Father's last location stayed at the mining path outside Jiang's Overseas Logistics Center. Then the signal disappeared completely. What does missing mean? Search and rescue is ongoing, but risk of a second collapse is extremely high. Frontline just raised the accident level to the highest. Then book a private jet. I'm going overseas now to find him. Set the flight path now. You have a private jet. There's overseas flight clearance. Tell them to apply for the nearest landing point. The butler should contact the medical team. Load all rescue gear from the security base. Everyone who can board, get on the plane. Ma'am, I need the coordinates of the explosion. Mineshaft structural diagram. Meet at the collapse site. Last known signal location. Let go, my father is still down there. He's tough as nails. That Chanshui mine incident 5 years ago. He survived it too.
Moxie.
Don't try to calm me now. I can't listen to anything. I'm not telling you to calm down. I'm letting you know. They've been searching and rescuing nonstop for 3 days. What are you saying? After the accident happened, overseas security and local rescue teams came. The Jiang City Dispatch Center and Byte engineering teams all arrived. Military-grade life detectors were borrowed too. Machines can fail. Rock layers may block signals. There's a cavity under the mine. He knows how to find a way out. I think so too. That's why these 3 days. I haven't stopped rescue efforts. No way.
Muxie. Impossible.
He said he'd come back to report. He promised. Ma'am. If you want to cry, just cry. They already saved a spot for him at the security base. Take me there. All right. Father, weren't you always the best at surviving? Fulin. When he was a kid? Was he always like this? Standing alone where no one could see him, handling all the tough stuff himself, until his bones cracked. Even close to dying, he wouldn't say anything. His birth mother was a fisherwoman from Beihai Island. When he rejoined the Fu family, he was old enough to remember. The Fu family didn't like him, so he learned not to cry, complain, or lose. He entered training as a teen, broke a rib on day 1. Instructor told him to quit, but he didn't. Later, during overseas missions, he went where others wouldn't. Because only near perfect was good enough. Fu family and Bite wouldn't ignore him then. You can rest a bit longer. Zhang and Bant matters. I'll cover for now. Number. Father risked his life to protect this. Not for me to die crying here. He cared about ships, people too, and Bite, the unbreakable logistics lifeline. The year-end shareholder meeting is coming. Bite Group's power structure will be reshuffled. Let's start reshuffling from today. I'll guard it for him. Ma'am, do you want to rest first? No. Encrypt remote supply points for drones. Move explosive screening earlier. Buffer warehouses shouldn't just follow cost. Factor in storms and strikes. Fu Wang risked his life to protect this. Not for us to just cry at a grave and be done. He protected ships, cargo, and people. And Bite's logistics lifeline, starting today. All strategic projects at Bite will report directly to the chairman's office. Appoint Shen Muxi as Chief Strategy Officer, in charge of global logistics strategy investments, tech rollout, and crisis rescue systems. Chief Strategy Officer isn't just a title for the boss's wife. Comes from the ice industry, now part of the Bite strategic core. How will that look when word gets out? It's all just because of her Fu family status, isn't it? Who can break through the bottlenecks? Who can draw the Southeast Asia dispatch model? Who can retrofit 20 collision avoidance AI boats? Who can rescue the Beihai route? Step up and I'll give you the job now. CSO Shen Muxi holds global crisis, real-time project dispatch and financial veto powers. The board is solid now. I promised you freedom. Now it's yours. From this moment, you're not Mrs. Fu. You're Bite CSO. Partnership continues. Marriage ends. They'll watch you, waiting for you to mess up. Let them keep their eyes wide open. President Shen, Blizzard sank Jinghai. A few logistics transfer warehouses in the market. Request urgent crisis project dispatch. Stop arguing about procedures. Check this first. Change the beam to honeycomb diagonal composite. Add 3 more relief arches. Snow resistance is at least doubled. Construction is tough. Material stock may not be enough. The Shen Old factory has skilled welders and assemblers. They've handled urgent repairs in extreme weather. Their hands are faster than HQ's PPT. What's the budget? This emergency budget skips annual approval, may not follow regulations. President Shen just became CSO. Directly dispatching teams, is that overstepping? Top-level clearance. Anyone left who wants to talk overstepping? If process matters more than lives, go carry medicine boxes for drivers tonight in the snow. Follow Shen Muxi's plan. Engineering approves budget. Supply chain center opens warehouses. Shen staff join emergency repair teams. All points must be restored before the solstice. Ma'am. Lab found things Lin Qianshan stored. Before leaving. Encrypted hard drives, early AI bionic robot prototypes, and safety check procedures. No commercial spyware, no external backdoors. The base architecture is super clean. And the tech is at least a decade ahead globally. I'll go ask Mrs. Fu. Such major core assets. You guys managed to keep it secret until now. If it leaks, how many investors and tech hunters will swarm? True enough. Round A and Fengzi can't be underestimated. Valuation, patent pool, industry rollout, senior care, extreme logistics, security and construction. If this project works, it's enough to build another Byte. Logistics is probably just starting. Mrs. Fu already got the family fund ready to approach the project. Quick moves. A direct refusal looks headstrong. So let's go by the compliance process. First set goes in the tech compliance repository. Lock the audit ID. Second set goes to legal for IP certification. Third goes to national research institutes. Confirm original algorithms and base architecture ownership. Shen Muxi, you're really becoming a leader. Rewrite the CSO office. Subordinate independent incubation teams. Project code Zhao Qian with highest internal clearance. From today, it's yours to manage. Ma'am, the tech world is buzzing. They say you're working on a super robot in private. Almost got punched through a wall by the robot. It's not that strong yet. From now on, Zhao Qian doesn't know it's just a prototype. It's a bargaining chip and a target. Mrs. Fu. Several elders collectively called for a senior inquiry meeting. What's the agenda? First, why do you hold actual CSO power? Second, why is this core asset Zhao Qian officially listed as incubated by your team? Let's have the meeting. Sign off rights and asset boundaries. I'll explain every item to them. Shen Muxi, you just became CSO, and you immediately claimed the group's technology growth for the next 10 years for your own team. You're grabbing all the future growth points. Isn't your ambition a bit much? You only married into the Fu family. Fu Ling gave you a title just to save face, not so you could swallow the core assets. Southeast Asia was wrapped up by Fu Ling. Bahai was fought for by the security division. Blizzard was handled by the engineering team. So how did all the credit end up yours? Lin Qianshan's achievement was supposed to belong to the tech department. The Southeast Asia node MapPi drew it in the mansion's garden. The collision base for the Beihai unmanned vessel. I supervised the anti-wave and balancing in the security workshop. I admit the security team worked hard. But without a system, you'd have to risk lives in the open sea. Business layout. Blizzard disaster relief. How to improve the load-bearing beam. Which site gets supplies first? Which warehouses and fresh cold chains, I signed with an SS grade company seal. I used the SS grade company stamp for approval. If something happens, I'm the first one held accountable. Kianchen's original contribution will never be erased. But the project can't just go directly to the tech department without independent incubation and isolation. IP, legal, and capital evaluations would all turn risky. Sounds nice. But who gave you these permissions? CSO isn't just a toy for the chairman's wife. This isn't some rich lady's plaything. When a crisis hits, someone has to be able to sign and take responsibility and show up on site. You can doubt me. Bring the data. You want to split the project? Fine. Sign a joint liability contract first. Shen Muxi. Since you say Kianchen's project belongs to your team, it's good. The capital side already gave a high valuation plan. Kianchen's project needs to be split and financed ASAP. We decide today. Now Kianchen's proven business potential. No more closed-door idealism. Split and finance immediately. Let Fu Family's fund get first dibs. I've been coding like crazy. Not to be some nameless helper. I don't agree. Kianchen's project can be commercialized, but 3 red lines are not to be crossed. No emotional substitute marketing. No opening high-risk interfaces. No erasing Lin Kianchen's original algorithm contribution. Credit stays low-key. The premium will be insane. Ridiculous, a CSO like you has no right to block this. Fu Family's capital window. CEO Shen is still young. Tech can talk about ideals. Group can't follow along. The AI division is expanding. We should bring in more who understand capital and family resources. Commercialize Kianchen's project. Led by the Strategy Officer's Office. Any financing, split, or publicity must be approved by the Tech Ethics Committee and Naming Compliance Review. Fu Family Fund can bid, but no priority exemption. Fu Lin, you really don't care about the Fu family's interests. I'm protecting Bent's bottom line for the next 20 years. Fu Lin, you don't care about Fu family interests. I'm protecting Bit's bottom line for the next 20 years. Shen Muxi sits here not because she's Mrs. Fu, not because of the Shen family, and not because of charity. She can both break walls and rebuild them. She delivers in crises. From now on, anyone who wants a promotion in Bent, or wants into the core division, all follow the same standard. No interference is also a bottom line. CEO Shen's emails keep piling up. The forums are fighting now. Some say you're about to dismantle the old system. Others say women at the grassroots finally got a shot. Notify the strategy office, legal, HR, audit, and all frontline project leads. Meeting in half an hour. CEO Shen, is your fund for charity or investment? Investment is all about business model and cash flow. Real technical barriers and industry pain points. No one cares about background or family status, or if she can pour drinks for management. If the founder is pregnant, or has family caregiving duties, that stress can't be used as a reason to deny. Resources can be coordinated, but you can't list might have kids as a risk item. One form for all candidates from now on. In the review comments, no more women are unstable. No more marriage, or kids are young nonsense. How public are the scorecards? Candidates, review committee, and audit can all check. Business secrets are masked, but the basis must be traceable. This rule of CEO Shen might expose half the group's unwritten rules. All the hidden group rules. True protection. is giving people a chance to survive with order. I'll start with myself. All CSO office special approvals for the past 3 months. Cross-department project resources. All will be made public and reviewed. If you think I got here through connections, use the same review form on me. CEO Shen, you don't have to do this. I do. If rules only judge others, but not those in power, that's just new privilege. Policy document out tonight. Audit trail system synced in. BITS agriculture automation. Drones and smart greenhouse tech. If the new fund's approval goes, city and province get first upgrades. Start as soon as in-market business signs up. This time, old factories don't just want money. We want productivity. You're the Chief Strategy Officer of Wheat Group now. Stop trying to funnel resources to your family. Critics are ruthless outside. Dad, stop bragging. Shen Group won through open bidding. Capacity and model scorecards. Cash flow predictions are all open to audit. If it fails, I'll be the first to vote you out. Machines are so capable now. What do we do next? Forklift operators shift to drone maintenance. Welders shift to greenhouse inspection. Warehouse workers shift to cold chain management. Wages stay the same during training. Pass the SUT, you get promoted. Machines aren't stealing jobs. They're dragging Shen Group out of the mud. Anyone willing to learn won't lose their job. Not willing. You get contract compensation. CEO Shen, I used to fix forklifts. Can I sign up for drone maintenance? First to register gets double subsidies. Fulin really has zero warmth. That's for the best. Shen Group doesn't rely on Fu family anymore. It's about audited productivity, profit, and delivery power. Dad, stop cleaning, or you'll blame the machine airflow later. CEO Shen, the goods are still in storage. If we wait another 6 hours, this most valuable batch will spoil. This is not a regular delay. Supply chain lifeline got hit by disaster again. CEO Shen, another 2 hours. First market batch will become worthless. First confirm all driver and warehouse worker locations. Cargo loss is second. Lathes are first. Flooded dry lane backup warehouse. Township branch lines. Temporary loading sites. Give me a live map in 10 minutes. Engineering and security departments are yours to dispatch. All budgets can be backsigned later. I'm deploying the unmanned vessel team to the river. Lock defense countermeasures. Switch to underwater inspection. Check water level, currents, and bridge obstacles. Clear a path for the fleet. Are you sure you can modify it? Fu Wang taught me. Gear isn't just for show. It's to bring people home safe. Transport mode. Non-military, non-emotional interaction. First prioritize evacuation and cold cargo transfer. Follow Qianshen's crew. This township route. Bridge height is fine. Water level at -15 cm. First fleet takes the detour. Don't rush. Don't overload. Security car brings up the rear. Medical kit and tow rope in every vehicle. Barely made it through. Without this route, tonight half the cargo and people would have been stuck under the bridge. Saved by CEO Shen. Break apart the danger. Predict and isolate. Use rules and gear, so more people get home. Qianshen's ethics boundary stays. Closed version out next week. No return to Jinhai. Donate compliance servers to National Research Institute. Through public channels. No private strings attached. Qianshen Project ethical limits. No one's allowed to change. Capital wants Qianshen's unmanned vessels. An AI dispatch system commercialized. Submit to board. The ethics committee is fine. But commercialization can't slow down. BIT isn't a charity. We can't let someone who's left Jinghai, like Lin Qianchen, block our evaluation. Zhao Qian can help in disasters, but that doesn't mean she's here to fulfill everyone's personal desires. I only care about results in the capital market. If the result is trapping people in substitutes, I'm not making that money. Reject the family emotion replacement route. First phase only covers disaster rescue and hazardous ops, storage, medical, logistics, industrial experiments. All commercial units must log an unerasable ethics diary. President Shen, this will seriously lower the valuation. It'll deflate the bubble, but not the real value. Lin Qianchen keeps the original structure, permanent credit. BIT collects industry profits. Strategy office handles implementation. No one can swallow anyone else. You're slicing the company into 3 pieces, making it easy for outsiders to strike back. Number. It's dividing the power, so no one can take all of it at once. Add one more rule. AI division execs must be tested on tech delivery, risk control, and rollout. No one gets hired or fired for resembling anyone. BIT welcomes long-term value investing, but not unethical short-term speculation. Shen Muxi, you sure speak for the Fu family now. Without my signature, the Zhaoqian project can't legally enter the market. I'm not deciding for the Fu family. I'm following policy. Father Wang's legacy to protect shouldn't just stay in pain. It needs to become something that works, something invaluable and lasting. President Shen, the group isn't a charity. Female entrepreneurship funds sound great, but how many truly handle supply chain tech or manage overseas risk? Grassroots training is possible, but key positions can't just be filled by slogans. If anything goes wrong, who's accountable? Out of the first 20 project leaders, 10 are women engineers. Storage night shift, unmanned boat repairs, blizzard disaster rescue. Their results are right here. No feelings today. BIT wants outcomes. Given the results here, rules need to keep up. New protocol starts now. Equal pay for equal work. Promotion scores fully traceable. Jobs don't get downgraded during pregnancy. Late work, hidden social projects lose name credit. Whoever contributes gets credit. Whoever makes a mistake takes responsibility. Now, many departments lost their flexible evaluations. Yeah, they're gone. Who dare treat President Shen's policy as decoration? Freeze both fiscal budgets and promotion slots. Thank you, President Shen. Why thank me? You earned your own performance scores. But for the first time, someone's put these numbers on the board screen. If you wanted to be tech lead before, you had to cut your hair, lower your voice, not marry, not get sick, not look like a woman. Now it's different. Don't thank me anymore. Thank yourselves. If a project bombs, I'll still call you out. If it succeeds, no one can steal your name. No matter how strong one person is, some places are unreachable alone. So let's turn the road once guarded with our lives into a bridge that more people can walk. This system is moving faster than I imagined, because they could run from the start. They just used to make the bar into a wall. Notify the strategy team. The global land flow maps entering the next round of rule battles. Port taxes can't drop any further. BIT isn't here to take advantage. We provide long-haul capacity, overseas warehouses, and AI dispatch forecasts. In exchange, microcargo gets green clearance. Lower one tariff, and you'll get stable jobs and better cargo flow control. Vice Chairman, global giants cut entry fees for small suppliers. Suddenly capitalists are being charitable. Charity can't support a global network. Business can. Bit takes less at entry, but profits from cargo density. Once the network's running, anyone avoiding Bit will pay triple today's costs. Chairman Shen, the application systems flooded with micro-suppliers. Finance media all changed their tune. President Shen, my orchard used to supply just locally. Now overseas orders are coming in. Can cold chain small batch shipping work? No need for middlemen squeezing us for pennies now. Fu Wang used to guard the maritime lifeline. Now that's laid into a network. Add a compliant research equipment donation. Don't use White's name. Go through public process. Once the channel opens, micro suppliers will flood in. The denser the cargo flow, the more fake invoices and shady transit will sneak in. Risk control and security must upgrade together. Otherwise, the bigger the net, the deadlier the gaps. Let's extend that lifeline Father Wang once guarded. Across the world. Bahai Cold Storage is urging shipment. Southeast Asia just cleared. Europe's distributing and adding modules. All three routes push at once. If any fail, it'll tarnish the Shen brand. 20 years ago on meds, Shen Group was nearly bankrupt. Now clients are chasing us to pay. Look clearly, the money means something else. Every cent Shen earns isn't pulled from Fulin's pocket for you, but earned by yourselves. Engineering team break, half an hour. Don't demolish that Western Row. Make it the new agri-tech development hub. Leave the old slogan wall too. It's battered and outdated. But it shapes the new park planning. Let every new hire see this. Shen Group wasn't handed success at birth. It nearly couldn't pay salaries. Welcome to global smart farming. Shen Group, supply chain giant.
Tearing up?
Lights are way too bright. Muxy. Back then, Dad just wanted you at BitHQ for a few days. Never thought you'd turn Shen Group into an industry leader. Not impressive. Father Wang Si Shen Group didn't fall. The bigger the boom, the more we need night watch. Father Wang's old security ethos must become a replicable night patrol system. Starting today, individual achievement is no longer promotion's top metric. Overseas escort teams must use logistic AI and risk control, medical and rescue, all in joint evaluation. Chairman Shen, these standards are tough. Young field workers can't learn all this so quick. If you can't take it, step back from front line. Bit protects more than one ship or one batch. It's the livelihood and lives of everyday people on the global route. Back then, Fu Wang hated those reckless fixers, patching gaps with their lives. Some names can't just be put up to gather dust. They need to become rules. Turn them into pre-mission checklists each time. Final version goes live. All overseas escort contracts include life priority plans. All sacrifice reviews don't end with heroic, but with how to prevent next time. Press focus down a bit more here. Only then is it steady in storms. President Fu saw his junior's profile and was stunned for a while. Welcome. Can we direct connect to the internet sandbox? I've brought disaster inspection model field data. Such strong tech results. Don't let gossip outrun policy. Audit HR and tech committees. Publicly break down the 5-year DEA project contributions. Chairman Shen, I'd like to request a change to an ethics log rule. Why not ask outside first? Why they're suddenly publicizing your resume? Isn't that standard for candidate selection? When a robot faces a collapsed rack and someone entering a high-temp zone, it triggers dual logs. At extreme heat, it costs a 3 milliseconds reaction window. 3 milliseconds could decide if the robotic arm stops a person or shuts a valve. Exception promoting to VP. Isn't the experience too shallow? Young women might not get respect. The unmanned port duty she led cut device downtime 47% across 3 overseas routes. Disaster Patrol identified 21 high-risk spots early. 1 less fatality. 1 less life lost. That beats a thick resume. Does Dea resemble Lin Qianshen? Doesn't matter. What matters is if she delivers tech results. Do it by the book. Turns out you truly can move up with projects. Past 72 hours. Overseas social media rumoring Shen Group's cash crunch. False greenhouse data. Mass drone recall rumors. While offshore funds short-selling Shen shares. Mr. Shen, the unusual funds weren't just a test. Borrowing shares from all 3 markets at once. Keeping the time gap under 7 minutes. There's collaboration on the public opinion side. Old trick, first attack the stock price, then hit credit. Wait for suppliers and insurers to feel shaky, then push cash talks to get an advantage. Basically, they're trying to grab Shen's core assets cheap. Notify risk control. Freeze abnormal trading permissions. Especially the supply chain finance gateway. Cut leverage channels first. Now isn't the time for Shen Muxian to hesitate. I'm not hesitating. Just can't let them know. We've already figured out the real target. They're not just attacking the stock price. They're hitting the credit anchor. Once this place is branded unsafe, insurance rates for expected deliveries go up. Supplier payment terms will crash together. Shen Group will be forced to negotiate. So the knife's already at Shen's throat, just missing the final strike. They need scary enough evidence to make the market believe Shen Group can't withstand it. Dea, trace the source of the rumors. Watch the front end of fake accounts. Finance team, prep offline backups of key documents. Security team, activate overseas document escort plan. Just move to level 2 response. Don't alert the market. No public clarification. Clarifying now just tells them we're nervous. I want them thinking Shen Group hasn't noticed yet. Chairman Shen will probably hear the news too. My dad just fishes and gardens since retiring. At most, he complains about overseas capital being ruthless. I've reviewed securities backup list. New generation field agents have some useful ones. They officially started. SPP key 0, SPP key 0. Daytime just brought anonymous accusations and shadows. Now the shadows have hands and weapons. They want to hit Shen's overseas distribution center. Once the rating drops, credit lines and insurance contracts get tighter. Shen Group would have to sell its lifeline in panic. Risk team just updated trading maps. Daya's rumor trace matched the same source. Every overseas cold warehouse of Shen Group has blockchain timestamps. Temperature changes tracked down to the minute. They're betting we can't get evidence in time. This field captain, first, lock the storage footage. Cut off external access. Then secure insurance docs and dispatch keys. Last, have legal verify real turnover data. Send the info directly to the exchange. Chairman Shen, overseas public opinion has shifted. The evidence chain released by the field captain gets blocked by moderators. Follow the trend, media start deleting articles. Insurance firms paused rating changes. Short sellers must add more proof. What about asset keys? No leaks. Central control rights still with Shen Group. Enlisted with White Trust joint custody. He led his team to block 2 fake audit attempts. Not a single key file leaked. The security system third brother left years ago finally grew to the next generation. Handing over top-level security permissions. Escort that field captain's live location. Encrypted routing and all comes linked in. Convoy finished second vehicle swap. Avoided east side drone jamming points. Third tailing car confirmed gone. Field captain requests entry. Underground confidential layer acceptance process. He's counter-surveilling. But per protocol, documents must enter confidential layer first after arrival. Protocol. Received top authorization. Special approval for field captain to hand docs straight to CEO's office. All doors, elevators, internal scans cleared for passage. They won't stop me. Stopping you wouldn't work. Shen Group can't afford to lose this one. White Trust can't lose either. Let him come up. Don't let Wenjin wait in the rain any longer. The last stretch is riskiest. Quick handoff at the door. Shen Group suffered this kind of loss 20 years ago. What's up? His stance really reminds me of someone. Not the face. It's the instinct to shield others first at the sign of danger, put others behind him automatically. Mr. Shen's private elevator, both third and fourth permissions are green. Just need final ID check. Top-level receiving team, get ready to sign off. No one may approach the private elevator. Check this field captain. I want to know who he is. After all these years, I was used to checking documents and financial risks first. But now I really want to know who this young man is. Follow the highest handover protocol. Verification passed. Docs show no sign of tampering. Document chain is intact. Chairman Shen. Shen Group's business settlement docs have arrived safely. Please review. He's not the old king, but his upright posture is just like the one from 20 years ago. The person who blocked every danger in the rain. How old are you this year? Just turned 20, Chairman Shen. It's been 20 years. The 20th year since the old king vanished. White Trust Security now has a new field captain. Just turned 20. It's been exactly 20 years since the old king disappeared. Any further orders, Chairman Shen? Number. You did great this time. I'll personally sign off on securities promotion assessment. Thank you, Chairman Shen. And this counterattack against overseas malicious shorts. Write up a full process review for the short institutions. Make it security department training material, not to show off how good you are, but to explain how to protect people first in the worst situations, then protect goods, and last, others' lifelines. Got it. He's so similar, but just not quite. Fu Wang isn't coming back. But Shen Group survived. The Beihai shipping line stayed open. Security finally learned to use structure and tech to protect more lives these 20 years. I've kept the thriving era Fu Wang wanted to save. Every day I walked alone. Made me closer to Fu Wang.